A Russian soldier moving along a road became the target of a Ukrainian FPV drone. Realizing the drone was pursuing him, he attempted to escape. The tension in the air was intense, every second felt like a countdown to impact. The soldier took cover behind a tree, hoping to avoid detection, but the drone operator waited patiently for the right moment. As pressure mounted, the soldier broke cover and ran. Within seconds, the FPV drone carried out a precise strike, demonstrating the unforgiving accuracy of modern drone warfare. Here, another Russian soldier was spotted by a drone in open terrain. In the final moments, he can be seen using his radio to call for support. However, in such open ground, there was nowhere to take cover from the approaching drone. Another Russian soldier tried to escape after spotting a drone tailing him. He sprinted through forests and even across a cemetery, desperately trying to outrun it. The FPV strike stunned him, leaving him disoriented and unable to move further. But instead of surrendering, he mocked the camera with obscene gestures, showing arrogance even in defeat. That arrogance sealed his fate. Follow-up drones carrying small munitions completed the strike, neutralizing the immobilized soldier once and for all. A Ukrainian FPV drone pilot from the 414 Magwars Birds unit detected a Russian sniper in the Starobilsk region. The well-camouflaged soldier was observed and tracked for a period, when he decided to rest under a tree. The Ukrainian FPV drone moved in. The sniper noticed the approaching drone at the last moment and attempted to stop it with a kick. But the attempt failed instantly, as the drone detonated on impact. The blast left no chance for escape, ending the threat within seconds. In the Starobilsk region, a Russian soldier was detected by a Ukrainian 414 Magwars Birds FPV drone. The lone soldier was attempting to move past Ukrainian defensive positions, but the FPV drones were deployed before he could advance further. He noticed the approaching drone, but exhausted and worn out, he made no attempt to flee. The FPV drone swiftly struck the soldier. Russian soldiers continue to face relentless drone activity on the Ukrainian front. Frontline troops are often targeted by drones without ever seeing the operators controlling them. Fiber optic drones, FPV drones, and loitering munitions, thousands of these unmanned systems track Russian soldiers on the front line each month. The constant buzzing in the sky has become a sound of tension for those on the ground. Each flight represents precision, patience, and an unseen operator shaping the outcome of entire engagements. Russian forces have not yet developed an effective method to counter drones on the front lines. Their defenses continue to lag as the battlefield evolves faster than their strategy. Infantry units cannot carry signal jammers with them due to high costs, and even when available, their range is limited, leaving many troops exposed. The result is a battlefield increasingly dominated by the eye in the sky, silent, tireless, and exact. What once depended on manpower now relies on technology, and Russia continues to struggle to adapt. Three Russian soldiers were seen sitting under a tree, believing they were in a safe position. However, they had already been identified as targets. An FPV drone belonging to Ukraine's 63rd Separate Mechanized Brigade approached with precision and carried out a strike on their location within seconds. A Russian soldier took cover beneath a vehicle in an attempt to avoid detection by a drone, but his position was still discovered. A Ukrainian fiber-optic FPV drone from the 30th Mechanized Brigade's 2nd Battalion tracked a Russian military van moving through a forest. Realizing he was being followed, the Russian driver attempted to accelerate. In a rush, he pulled the vehicle off the road and tried to get out. At that moment, the FPV drone entered the vehicle and carried out a precise strike. The Russian soldier driving at high speed was unable to evade the pursuing drone. In the chaos, he exited the vehicle and was quickly targeted. In the Lyman area, Ukraine's Signum Battalion continued precision strikes against Russian positions. Soldiers were neutralized one by fiber-optic drones. The logistical routes around Lyman were heavily disrupted under sustained Ukrainian drone operations. Another Russian soldier was detected inside the forest using a fiber-optic drone. Although he fired at the drone, he was unable to bring it down. Near the village of Kindrativka in the Sumy region, Russian forces once again attempted to cross the reservoir to secure a foothold on the opposite bank. During the attempt, a Ukrainian FPV drone carried out a precise strike, destroying an inflatable boat carrying Russian personnel. What was meant to be a crossing turned into another significant setback. The Ukrainian 15th Assault Battalion, part of the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade, is attacking Russian soldiers hiding in ruins in the Zaporizhia region using drones. The whir of rotors cut through the silence as the drones descended with unrelenting precision. Within moments, the shattered ruins turned into a deadly trap for the enemy. An aerial reconnaissance aircraft spotted a Russian soldier entering the home of an elderly local woman in the village of Nob on the Lyman axis and taking her food supplies. The act reflected the growing desperation among occupying troops, struggling to endure under constant pressure. Ukrainian drone operators calmly tracked him to his hiding place and neutralized the threat. Swift accountability followed, bringing a brief sense of justice to the once quiet village. It served as a reminder that even small incidents can reveal the broader breakdown of discipline and control within the ranks. A group of Russian soldiers hiding in trenches in the Zaporizhia region were detected by Ukraine's 15th Assault Battalion. When the soldiers noticed the drone tracking them, they immediately took cover in the trenches. A Ukrainian FPV drone then struck the position where the Russian troops were located. 3 consecutive drone strikes severely damaged the trench, leaving the Russian soldiers unable to evacuate. Reports indicated that 4 soldiers were killed in the shelter. Two more enemy combatants are detected moving through scorched terrain. The first is engaged by a fiber-optic FPV drone, which skillfully navigates the area to neutralize the target. The second, attempting to assist his comrade, begins to carry him but quickly realizes another drone is nearby. He drops the body and remains motionless, hoping to avoid detection. Surveillance drones continue to track all movement, and a follow-up FPV drone approaches, disabling both effectively. This segment emphasizes the precision, coordination, and persistence of UAV operations. A Ukrainian fiber-optic FPV drone from the Merchuki unit of the 57th Motorized Brigade entered a warehouse where Russian soldiers were taking cover. They noticed the drone but were unable to bring it down. The skilled Ukrainian pilot used rapid maneuvers to track the soldier and sustain the attack. In the Lyman direction, the Signum Battalion of Ukraine deployed fiber-optic FPV drones to target multiple Russian assault positions concealed inside buildings. The drones navigated with pinpoint precision, hitting locations that would have been unreachable with conventional artillery. Russian forces had no time to respond as each strike was executed within seconds. This operation underscores how Ukrainian forces are employing cutting-edge drone technology to shape the battlefield and gain a decisive advantage. This time, the attack came from Russian forces. They attempted a loitering munition strike on an abandoned Ukrainian BMP armored vehicle. 2 FPV drones were launched in succession, but neither managed to hit the target. Once again, this demonstrated that Russian units remain less effective with drone operations compared to Ukrainian forces. The final FPV drone struck the vehicle's grille protection but failed to cause significant damage. West of Klishka in the Donetsk region, a Russian helicopter inadvertently captured the scale of its own losses. On camera, 2 destroyed units are clearly visible, a BMP-2 and a T-62M, underscoring how rapidly Russian armored vehicles are being neutralized on this front. Russian forces launched a series of KAB and ballistic strikes. The most notable incident involved 4 ballistic missiles fired at a small reconnaissance group of just 3 Ukrainian soldiers. In total, Russia expended nearly $12 million on the operation, yet failed to hit its intended target. In the Donetsk region west of Klishchivka, a Ukrainian aircraft captured footage of the aftermath of Russia's failed spring offensive. The imagery shows destroyed tanks, armored vehicles, and other military equipment scattered across the battlefield, providing clear evidence of the significant losses suffered by Russian forces. On the outskirts of Bakhmut in the Donetsk region, a Ukrainian BMP-2 opened fire with its 30mm automatic cannon. The sound of rapid bursts echoed across the ruins, shaking the enemy's positions. The target Russian observation posts frequently established in the area. Each burst of fire aimed to suppress enemy reconnaissance and deny them control over the town's approaches, keeping the battlefield in Ukraine's favor. The precision and consistency of the attack left no safe ground for opposing forces. In the city of Vovchansk in the Kharkiv region, a Ukrainian Su-27 fighter jet carried out a precision strike that destroyed a building used by Russian forces. The strike employed a GBU-62 guided bomb, known for its extended range and satellite-guided accuracy. In the Sumy region, the Ukrainian Pentagon unit of the 225th Assault Regiment executed a targeted operation using FPV drones. The strike destroyed multiple Russian artillery positions, eliminating critical firepower. Flames erupted across the impact zone as the sky filled with smoke and debris. Ammunition stockpiles were detonated, causing significant secondary explosions, while various light vehicles, including armored cars and transport trucks, were neutralized. The thunder of explosions echoed for miles, signaling a decisive blow to the enemy's coordination. This attack showcases the precision and effectiveness of Ukraine's drone warfare strategy, disrupting Russian logistics and artillery support in the region. Each successful strike tightened the pressure on advancing Russian units and shifted momentum in Ukraine's favor. You can support us by liking and commenting on the video. A Ukrainian FPV drone, positioned on the road, moved to strike a Russian vehicle transporting ammunition to the front, causing a significant detonation. A second drone attack further neutralized the vehicle and its cargo. Throughout the night, Ukrainian forces set up ambushes for Russian military vehicles in the Donetsk region. Supply and ammunition trucks moving along the front were targeted and destroyed in these operations. Using night vision FPV drones, Ukrainian units successfully struck Russian vehicles along the route, contributing to ongoing logistical challenges for Russian forces on the front. A Russian soldier moving alone in the Andreyka area was detected by Ukrainian reconnaissance. Looking for a place to hide, he entered an abandoned house, but a Ukrainian FPV drone immediately closed in and carried out the strike. The first strike shocked and panicked the soldier, forcing him to flee into a small hut. Moments later, a second drone attack targeted the hut, and the powerful blast left him with no chance of escape. Another scene shows a Ukrainian defender's body camera. Alongside his comrade, he faced a Russian assault. The air was thick with smoke, and the sharp crack of gunfire echoed across the field. Each decision had to be precise, as one misstep could be costly. The two returned fire with rifles, delivering accurate bursts to halt the advance. To increase pressure, they used explosives, preventing the enemy from closing in. Every movement displayed discipline and courage, a testament to rigorous training under extreme conditions. Their coordinated defense kept the Russian forces at a distance and prevented them from gaining ground. Even when outnumbered, disciplined defenders with the right tactics can hold their line. The battlefield demanded constant vigilance, and these defenders rose to meet it, proving the strength of unity and resolve.